Hello and welcome everyone. Today in this session I'm going to talk about the sixth unit of MMPC 6. Here I will explain and then you can say the notes of unit 6. So the note here in this session whatever given, so that it will help you out a lot in understanding the concept related to management information system, or you can say information system for managers. Okay, so the name of the sixth unit, as you can see on your screen, it is given information systems economics and security. So here we will discuss about the economics and security of information systems. So now first move on to the first point, that is introduction, growing need of information. Okay, so let me select this one to draw. Yes, so here I am. So given the business environment has become much more competitive, it has become mandatory on the part of the organizations to make full use of information with the help of technology. It means whatever information is available, so that should be used in a much better way using technology or with the help of technology. So information system to track consumer behavior. So what we can do also, we can use information system to track consumer behavior. Then we have here with the increased size of organization, the volume of data generated within the organization also increased, and the information system become a necessity for rational decision making. So that's here I'm talking about with the increased size of organization. Okay, as you know, the organization nowadays are becoming larger and larger, so the volume of data generated within the organization also increased. So whatever data generated inside the organization, that also increased. So the information system became a necessity for rational decision making. Why it became the necessity? Because without information system we cannot analyze or you can say collect the data or in a systematic way, and we cannot analyze the data as and whenever it is required. So that's why information system became the necessity for rational decision making. So without the information system we cannot make a rational decision, so that it became the necessity. Then the next you have 6.3, that is data, information, knowledge. So now we are going to discuss about the data, information and knowledge. What is data, what is information, and what is knowledge? So as you can see on your screen, the data is raw material with which we start, and the information is the finished product. Okay, we collect the data that is in the raw form, and we do some kind of processing on that data, then we get the information. So that's why here that's why here it is written information, the data, sorry, here it is the mistake, so you can cross this one. Okay, data that have been put into a meaningful and useful context and communicated to a recipient. So that's given, data that have been put into meaningful and useful context. So if the data it is put into meaningful and useful context and communicated to the recipient, then that it is known as what, the information. So that's why here in this block that is given the data, that is the input here, then some processing we do on the data. After processing we get the information. Clear? Then the desired characteristic of information. So what is the desired characteristic? Here I am talking desired characteristic of information. So that it should be accurate, complete, economical, flexibility. Okay, so I will explain. Means the data should be accurate, it should be complete. It means whatever sorry, data not information. So whatever information is required, that it should be complete, because if the information is not complete, then that it will cause wrong decision making. So that's why the information should be complete. Then the next given, economical means the information it should be economical, meaning it should not be too costly for getting the information. So that's why the economical information is very important. So next there it is the flexibility. So information should be flexible, or you can say dynamic. Okay, means it should change with the change in the circumstances or change in the requirement. Then information should be accurate, because if the information is not accurate, then in that case the decision will result in catastrophe for the organization. So next there it is given reliable, that it should be reliable also. It means whatever information we use, so that we can trust on that information, and that it should be relevant, means the information used for decision making, it should be relevant means here it should be in the context of the decision, and it should be simple, timely. Then next you have data life cycle. So data life cycle here, data generation, then we have data manipulation. Okay, means some kind of data is being generated from some kind of transactions. Then there it is the data manipulation. Okay, means we do some kind of work on the data so that we can use in a better way. Then transmission of data. Okay, so transmission of data means whatever manipulation, or you can say some kind of processing, it is done on the data, that should be transmitted. Then that it should be stored. Okay, so that's why I given is storing and retrieving. It means after transmission of data, we store the data somewhere, and whenever required, then we retrieve the data. Then we have archiving or purging. Then reproduction of data. Archiving means we store or you can say we keep in a particular way, so that later on can be used. Then we have the reproduction of data. So this is the data life cycle. Simply it is generation, manipulation of data, then transmission, storing, archiving, then reproduction of data. Okay, so that's what happens with the data. Then you have there 6.4, the value and cost of information. The value of information is measured in terms of benefits to the organization. Okay, means whatever it is the value of the information. So one thing it is sure, that whatever it is the benefit that organization gets from the information, so that is the measure of the value of the information. Before using information to its advantage, organization develops an information system. Okay, information system, it is for collecting data, so that then after doing some kind of processing on the data, and then accordingly you get the information, and then you use that information for your need. So that's what it constitute the information system here. A cost benefit analysis is done to figure out that whether there it is the net profit of the system or not, and if it is profitable, then we use the information system, and if it is not, then in that case we do not try to use that. Then what are different methods for analyzing the value of the information? The first, that is given the cost benefit analysis. As you can see on your screen, that is the first one, cost benefit analysis. So in this cost benefit analysis, the first thing which we do, it is the identification of IT cost. Means that is the direct okay, so identification of IT cost. So what different kinds of costs are involved in information technology system. Okay, or you can say information technologies. So here given the first inside this one, given direct costs. So what are direct costs? Just like hardware cost, software cost, installation and configuration cost, training cost of the software and the hardware, because it may be possible that people in the organizations are not knowing how to use the computer systems or the softwares which are installed on those computers. So that's why some kind of training may be required for them. And then we have the indirect cost. Indirect cost, it is the management time, management effort, employee training, personal issues, motivation. So these are indirect cost. So that's here given indirect human cost also, we can say. So here it was the direct cost, and here you have the indirect human cost. So means the cost of a human involved in the information system. So then we have indirect organization cost. Okay, so direct cost you got, indirect human cost you got. Then we have the third one here, indirect organizational costs. So indirect organizational cost here, loss in productivity, opportunity cost, or you can say the resistance. So these are different kinds of organizational costs, because when we try to implement some kind of information system in the organization, then there it is loss in the productivity, because sometime you have to provide for learning the new information system, and some kind of training will also be required. So that's why you can say whatever time which could be used for the productivity, so that is now being diverted towards learning some new information system. It may be possible that in the future you can get more benefits, but in the short run it may cause loss in productivity, and that is the opportunity cost also. Opportunity cost here, it means that if you learning, or if you are implementing some kind of new information system, then in that case what happens is that there is the requirement of human effort, and or you can say overall organizational effort also. So for doing one thing, other things you have to keep leave, or you can say the organization will have to leave one opportunity for other. So that's why there it is written, there it is opportunity cost also involved in this case. Then you have resistance in the organization also. Why there is the resistance? Because people generally, or you can say and organizations also, do not want to change, because whenever there is the change, then there is some kind of uncertainty. Okay, so that's why people do not want to go to a kind of uncertainty. So that's why they resist the changes which are required. Okay, so this one, it was the first cost benefit analysis. Okay, this one it was. Okay, why it is not working? Now it is working. So now this is the identification of IT costs. Then the second one, we have that identification of benefits. So what different benefits are there? So cost you got. So what different costs were there? IT cost, indirect human costs, indirect organizational cost. Then the second you have here, I am talking here, I think white, yes, now it is working. Yes, identification of benefits. So what different benefits you got from information system which you have implemented? So that is the reduced head counts, means with the improved information system, less number of people will be required to do the same thing. Second, there you have the manufacturing cost. So that manufacturing cost will reduce, inventory cost will also go down, and there it is the less time required. Better quality control, additional new customers, reduced attrition rate. So these are the benefits which we get when we implement a new information system. Now second, there it is clear. Okay, now next we have return on investment. Okay, ROI, return on investment. So now right now we are doing value and the cost of information. So what different costs are involved, so that's why methods for analyzing the cost benefit. The first, it was the cost benefit analysis. So here we have the first thing which we talked, that it was identification of IT cost. The second kind of cost, there it is, second thing which we need to consider is the benefit. So benefits also we talked, then return on investment. Okay, first thing which we talked, that it was the cost benefit analysis. Then the second thing which we need to consider, okay, this first one we talked about. Here we talked about the cost benefit analysis to know about the value of the information system. And the second thing which we need to do is to consider return on investment, so additional profit. So what different additional profit we get, or you can say that are generated as a percentage of the investment in information system. So what percentage in return you are getting by implementing new information system, so that's what we consider here in return on investment. Then we have earning growth. IS value as increase in earning growth, that's here given. Information system value as increase in earning growth. So earning, when we use information system, then the earning it increases. Then we have the market share. Information system value in terms of increased. Okay, information system value increased. So whenever we use information system, then the market share also improves. Then next we have the customer awareness and satisfaction, and customers also become more aware, because when we use information system, then we are able to reach more number of customers, and then we are able to provide the right kind of informations to them, so that they can use those informations for their purpose. Then we have 6.5 ethics in information society and right to information. Ethics in information society. So while using information system, everyone is supposed to follow ethics to refrain from committing crimes by unauthorized use, as unethical use could be devastating for the organization. So here what given, while using information system, so everyone is supposed to follow ethics to refrain from committing any kind of crime or unauthorized access. So with the Right to Information Act, which came in 2005, here I'm talking 2005, the government has empowered the citizens by giving right to be informed about the activities of the government, as informed citizens is better equipped to keep necessary vigil on governance. So that's here given. It means with right to information, we can get any kind of information regarding government activities, and if we are better informed about the governance of the government, then we are able to take better decisions regarding the governance of the government, and we can keep government accountable for their work. Then we have next here 6.6, that's given protecting computer resources and disaster recovery. So depending on the nature of computer crime that an organization anticipates, it may adopt controls. So according to the the crime which may happen in the organization. Okay, so that's given, depending on the nature of the computer crime that an organization anticipates, it accordingly it may adopt controls. So proper access mechanisms should be plain, and for controlling the anticipated crime, what different things can be done? Given the proper access mechanism should be in place with good security devices like a firewall, intrusion detection and protection system, etc., in terms of both hardware and software security solutions. So it means we have to secure both the hardware and the software according to the expected computer crimes which may happen in the organization. So that's here given. Proper access mechanism should be in place with good security devices. Then we have stronger authentication, and for that purpose we can use a stronger authentication, upgrade software, unique login credential, good antivirus. So these are the measures which we can use for protecting our computer resources. Okay, so that's about this ethics information, or you can say how we can protect our computer resource. Then the next thing which we need to discuss, this is proper okay, this one we have discussed. The first step in disaster that we discussed means protecting computer resource, that's we discussed. So that we can do using stronger authentication, upgrade softwares, unique login credential, good antivirus. So that's what we can do in case of protecting computer resources. And the second that is given, disaster recovery. The second, disaster recovery, in this case the first step in disaster planning. So that's here you have, I'm underlining this. The first step in disaster planning is to identify threats. So what different kinds of threats are possible, then use appropriate disaster recovery plans for the computer. So according to the kind of the disaster, we should use the recovery plans for the computer. So the first that is given, the hardware backup. So we need to back up our hardwares. So in case of a natural disasters or due to technology failure, the hardware become unusable. So that's why we need to take a proper precaution when we use different kinds of computer hardwares. Then the second one, we have the software backup. So human errors are there, means there is always possibility of human error. So that's why here given human error to delete software or hardware failure. So we should keep ourselves informed that kind of thing, it is possible that some kind of software or hardware some kind of software may be deleted, or hardware failure also may happen due to human error. So for those things we need to equip ourselves. For example, if there is software deletion, then in that case we must have software at some places so that we can install again. Then we have virus protection for from the protection of virus. What we can do, we can use computer viruses, we can use antiviruses. Then we have cyber crime and cyber security. So cyber crime is a criminal activity that either targets or uses a computer network or a networked device. Such activities are carried out by individuals or organizations. Okay, so cyber crime, it may be by an individual or an organization. So cyber crime is nothing but a criminal activities that either targets or uses a computer network or a network device. So it means this kind of crime, the cyber crime, it is on the computer, by the computer, or computer networks or networking devices. So types here given. Fraud with individuals, email, phishing, and sending spam emails. Okay, so that's here given. So the types of cyber crimes, it may be like it may happen with the fraud emails, phishing, and sending spam mails, personal or corporate data stealing, cyber extortion, ransomware attacks, etc. So these are different kinds of cyber crime. Then we have cyber criminals or viruses. Okay, so cyber criminals are viruses and malwares. Cyber security, there you have. Cyber security is the application of technologies, processes, and controls to protect systems Okay, cybersecurity is about the application of technology, different kinds of technology we can use to protect the systems, and this is a application of technology processes, in some kind of processes also we use there, and then controls to protect systems, networks, programs, devices, and data from cyber attacks. So that's about cyber security. Then you have CERTIN, that is Computer Emergency Response Team of India. Okay, what is this CERTIN? Computer Emergency Response Team. Okay, this is the full form of this CERT, means Computer Emergency Response Team of India. So in accordance with the IT rule, CERTIN came into existence in 2004 under Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, and is responsible for collection, analysis, and dissemination of information on cyber incidents and taking emergency measures to contain such incidents. Contain such incidents. Okay, so that it came into existence in 2004 under Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, and is responsible for what purpose this is responsible. So this is responsible for collection, analysis, and dissemination of information on cyber incidents. So whatever cyber incidents or you can say cyber crimes happen, so information regarding those all are being collected by CERTIN, that is CERTIN, means Computer Emergency Response Team of India, and then that information is analyzed and accordingly disseminated to the people who may be or you can say there may be the possibility of such crimes. So that's why here given dissemination of information on cyber incidents and taking emergency measures, and this also takes emergency measures also to contain such incidents. So that's all about this sixth unit. So the next one we will discuss about the 7. So that's enough for this session. So thanks a lot. So if you have any kind of doubt or query, please write to me, so I will definitely try to sort out your problems. Thank you.